Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on a Toyota 2.7 liter engine, replacing the valve cylinder head gasket. Truck has 253,000 miles on it. It's over 22 years old. So a lot of the rubber pieces are brittle, hard to take off. So just be gentle. You don't want to break anything that you have to replace. To get to the valve cover, cylinder head area, you have to take off all the air intake lines and hoses all the way up to the throttle body. Try to remember where everything goes. If you're gonna do this in over a couple days time frame, take pictures so you can see where things were before you took it apart. Remove all your brackets, your accelerator hoses, cruise control lines, your accelerator cables, PCV valves, all your hoses, anything over the top of the cylinder head or valve cover you want to remove to free up that area for easy access and easy to remove. Now you're going to remove the spark plug boots. They're about 5 inches long. They go into the cylinder head. Dislodge them, break the seal, pull them out, and set them aside. The cables are all different lengths, so it should be easy to recognize in what position they go in. But if you're not sure, you can mark them 1, 2, 3, 4, starting from the front, going to the back. Now you're going to remove the 10 bolts that hold the cover onto the cylinder head. Below the bolts are crush washers to provide a seal to prevent any oil leaks. Make sure those come off with the valve cover head. I use a little magnetic tray there. You can see on the foreground. Keeps all my nuts and bolts in organized location, so it's easy to find them when it's time to put everything back together. Pry the cover off, pull it all over the cylinder head. You can see the old gasket was siliconed in place or maybe glued in place. Make sure you take all of that off. You don't want it impeding a good mating surface and causing a leak. This is the most important part. Make sure that both mating surfaces are clean. Remove any sealant, oil, any debris. Take your time, use a scraper and a towel to get the surfaces nice and clean. This is the most important part of the whole job. On the valve cover side, you do the same thing. Make sure that the mating surface is nice and clean. Use a scraper, towel, any flat surface. Get it nice and clean. Now, this is aluminum. You want to be gentle and not gouge it. But you want to be thorough and make sure that it's clean. This is a new kit I got. It's got all the gaskets. It's got the new seals, new crush washers, everything you need to do the job right. And hopefully it'll last another 22 years like this one did. First thing you need to do is pry out the spark plug boot seals. There's 4 of them, one for each spark plug. These are the new seals. Put them in place. Give them a little tap tap with a rubber mallet. New gasket. There's a groove in the cover. Put the gasket inside the groove. The manual doesn't recommend using silicone, but if you feel like it, you want to put a little silicone all the way around it. I don't see how that would hurt anything. I didn't do it for this job, but I've done it in the past. So it's up to you. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I did put a bead of RTV in the corner where the 2 mating surfaces meet. And now we start to reassemble. Put the valve cover back on with the new valve, with the new gasket. Be gentle. Make sure you don't deform the gasket and it's seated properly. Put new crush washers in. Start working your bolts in, but finger tight. Make sure that everything is aligned first before you torque them. I'm just tightening these down so they barely touch the valve cover. I'm going to go back around with the torque wrench and go to 53 inch. So 53 inch pounds is barely touching the surface. Put the boots back in their place. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Use a wire loom to get everything organized. Put the brackets back on. Make sure your boots are seated all the way down. Push them down till you hear a popping sound. Now, as far as tightening down those valve cover bolts, the manual doesn't say anything about it. A particular way of tightening them down, but I did it the old-fashioned way. Started at the middle, worked my way out to the ends. 53 inch-pounds in a star pattern, starting in the middle. Start putting ear assembly lines back together. Intake hoses, plenum. Connect to your PCV, accelerator cable, cruise control cable, all the lines that you disconnected, vacuum lines, very important. Make sure everything's tight. And you want to go ahead and start it up, run it for a while, let it heat it up. See if there's any expansion, retorque your nuts. Check for any oil leaks, top off any fluids. And you're ready to go. That's it, party's over. Save yourself a couple $100.